Hi everybody, let's get started here. I hope that you're with me. I'm going to just move my camera around just a little bit. I'm going to bring you up on my iPad so we can answer any of your questions tonight, and we're going to get you started. So, I know it's been a while since I've been here and have done a live. Life has been very busy. Okay, I look a little crooked there, so let's fix this. Here we go. Is that better? I'm wondering if I need more light. Does it look like I need more light? Maybe that's just my phone. I think it's just my phone. So that's better. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is shared in my Wreath Creators and More group. So I'm going to do that here. Okay. So we're going to get started. How is everybody doing? Thankfully, spring has arrived in Michigan, and I'm so thankful. So you're not going to hear me complain about the weather tonight. So anyways, let's get started. I do want to tell you that I'm going to do a giveaway if we get 500 shares. So share this on your page or on your wall of your timeline so that you can have it for later. But if we get to 500 shares tonight in this video, on this live, I will be posting a giveaway of, I will give away 5 of my tutorials. So, as you can see, I started out with just some this size burlap, and I just made a braid, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this to the side, but we will get to this later, but this is kind of what we started out with. So that's going to be our center, and I did it outside because I don't know about you guys, but I find that this stuff really sheds a lot, and I don't work with this very much, so I really like to do this outside. And wear a mask if you're sensitive to this type of stuff, okay? So let's get started. What we're going to do is I'm going to bring out a 12-inch wreath frame, and I want to just kind of go over. Basically, if you've watched any of my lives before, you have seen that I have a certain method of putting my petals around your frame. So this is what, I'm going to get a 10-inch here. So that's what a 10-inch frame looks like, and this is what I typically make for my regular sunflowers, and most of my wreaths are this frame. And the reason why I do that is because one roll of poly burlap, I should say, will do one of these. And so it's just a great way to make sure that you're not using too much product, okay? But I wanted to do one where we had more leaves on it. And basically all this will do is add one more bracket of leaves, or petals and leaves. So it's not too much. So what I want to show you is basically we do, if you've watched these videos before, we do this side, and then we do this side, and then we go back and do the middle, and then we do the outside, we do the middle, and then we do the inside, okay? It's kind of the backtrack method, and then we do the middle, okay? So what I did was I already did that much, what I just showed you, because I want to make sure that I use your time wisely tonight, because I know it's 7 o'clock and you might have things that you still need to do tonight, and I just like to use your time wisely because I have kids too, and I got to get them to bed. So what I'm going to do here, this is the thing that I want to show you that we're going to do differently. I'm going to put my pipe cleaner like I normally do. If you can see, I put one pipe cleaner on this side of the bracket and one on the other side, and then I loop it around the frame, okay? So, so we're gonna loop it around. So we're gonna do our one leaf right here, the way we normally do. Okay, so if you've not watched before, this is the same thing for the leaves and the petals. We're gonna let the curl side up. We're going to meet in the middle with our opposite corners, and then we are going to just take it and we are going to gather it, and that is going to be your petal, okay? So very carefully, just take it over here, and I'm just going to twist it and make sure I twist it about 2 times. to make sure that it's going to stay. So here's what I'm going to do that's a little differently so that we have more petals coming out and we show more of the petal. I'm going to take, and I'm going to try to raise this up for you guys. I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and I'm going to go under the next bracket or the next wire, okay? And I'm going to go up like that, and I'm going to put 2 petals right here. Remember, if you're just joining me, if we get 500 shares in this video, we will do a giveaway. So let's do a petal, just like we did the leaf. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to lay one, and I'm going to lay it more in here. It's going to go up a little bit, okay? So we're going to do that, okay? And then we're going to do one more. I'm going to meet in the middle, and I'm going to gather it. All right? So I'm going to twist it, and now here's the thing that we do every single time. We're going to take these stems, and we're going to go underneath, and we are going to twist it. And you've seen me do this before, and this is how we are going to twist and tie and make sure that it stays on the wreath, okay? I'm going to put it over here. So Christy, you're going to use this, the wreath frame itself, you're going to use the brackets as your guidelines, okay? So now that I have the outside, now it's time to do the middle. And this is another little different thing that we're going to do. I'm going to kind of move these away, okay? And I'm going to put an extra leaf right in the middle here. So I'm going to take one pipe cleaner, and I'm going to take it, see how I have it on both of those bars? I'm going to twist it right here, and I'm going to put one leaf right there. So again, we're going to meet in the middle and gather, okay? And I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to twist it really good. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want that on top of those petals, I'm going to gently bring my petals over top of those leaves, okay? So because I'm going to be cheap here and I want to just keep with the same pipe cleaner, for my middle section, I'm going to take the one pipe cleaner and go straight forward underneath. I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it underneath that bar, and this is where I'm going to add 2 more petals, okay? So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to put 2 petals right in there. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you the leaves. The leaves are cut 11 inches. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. My leaves are 11 inches because there's 6 brackets, and then we're doing 6 in between. We're doing 12 leaves of 11 inch by 10 inch cut. And then the petals are 10 inches. And this is a 10-inch roll. I will leave Alyssa's supplies after this is done. Okay, so I'm going to just twist that, and I know that's not a lot to attach to the wreath frame, but we're going to do it. So I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to just twist. And as you can see, that's not really in the middle, so I need to move this over a little. It's kind of moved over. Okay, so I'm going to twist that, and then I'm just going to wrap it and get it underneath there. Okay. Just turn that. Okay, so now that we have that middle section, you have this inside of the wire wreath frame. Can you see that? That needs to be filled, okay, right here. So we are just going to take, I'm going to move this aside. So we're going to put 2 petals down there. So I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and go on either side of that bracket. And again, we're going to make another petal. So, okay, deco mesh is so different from poly burlap. Vi just asked if we could do deco mesh. You can use deco mesh, okay? It is not going to look the same. It just won't look the same. And you will need to use more of it, and you're not going to get the petals to lay like poly burlap does. Now, I understand nobody seems to have poly burlap, but they will be getting it in soon, okay? It will be coming back in stock, and this is just some stuff that I had left over, and I have a lot of orange right now. So, I shouldn't say I have a lot. I don't have a lot, but this is what I have to make an extra wreath for. So now that I've done 2 of these petals on the inside, I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to bring one pipe cleaner on one side, one on the other, and we're going to twist it. And then I like to twist it with the back pipe cleaners just to make it all, I don't know, safer to stay on. I don't know how you would say, but these are just regular wire cutters. I got them off of Amazon a few years ago. Nothing special. I believe they are the Titan brand, and they work great. Okay, so now we have 2 more outer petals to do, and then 3 of the middle, and then 1, 2, 3 of the inside petals, okay? So, I'm going to do another leaf. If you're just catching up here, I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner on the bottom rung, and so that my pipe cleaner isn't going to go anywhere, I'm going to get my leaf here 11 inches cut by 10 inches poly burlap, and I'm going to gather it in the middle, flip it over, and put it on my frame, and I'm going to just adhere that. Now I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and I'm going to go forward, because this is how we're going to kind of move these leaves or the petals in a little bit so that the leaves show a little bit more, okay? So we want the petals to be kind of about in the middle of that bracket there, the little bump. I do get these frames at consumercrafts.com. I believe they're like $2 a piece. But I know that Michaels sells a 12-inch frame. Hobby Lobby does a 12-inch frame. So that's what I like about this. So I'm going to make my petal. So let's talk about the giveaway. I'm going to give away, if we get 500 shares, I'm going to give away 5 tutorials. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you pick between the Apple Blossom Marigold combination, and I'm going to make another one as I talk, okay? And then I'll let you pick, if you've got that one and you want a different one, you can get the Gerber Daisy and Dahlia tutorial, or you can get the brand new tutorial I just released yesterday, and everybody seems to be wanting it. If you've already purchased that tutorial, let me know in the comments, because I know a lot of you have, and I really appreciate it. It's a whole new method of doing basically a sunflower wreath. It's just a totally new method, and I've gotten pretty good reviews so far from it. Okay, so now let's go back to the middle section. So again, if you want to have that giveaway, I need 500 shares on this video. So we're going to take, and I don't normally do this on my other sunflowers, the regular 10-inch sunflower, okay? This is something different. I'm just going to tie my pipe cleaner there. I'm going to take my leaf, going to make it, flip it over, and then gently put it in here, okay? Now be very gentle with your other petals that are on top of it right now. So what I want to do is I want to just bring those over top so that we can minimize the fraying, people. Minimize the fraying. I did cut all this with a wood burner, okay? And I have a video on YouTube if you want to see how to do that. So because this is the middle, I want to make sure that it's attached to this bracket. So I'm going to take this not zip tie, but pipe cleaner, and I'm going to bring it up here, and I'm going to just twist it so it has a nice place to sit. My petals here. I'm going to make one, put it right here. So thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. You're excited about the new tutorial. I'm excited too. I really like the look of it. I really feel like it has like a Black-Eyed Susan look to it. It also has a more authentic sunflower look, in my opinion. Okay, y'all can disagree with me. That's up to you, but that's okay. So I will tell you that with the giveaway, if you choose the Apple Blossom and Marigold tutorial. I have a private group for those. Now, see, I'm just attaching it to this wire wreath frame. That's the middle section. And in that group, they get private lives, and I show them some different things to do with their flowers. So, okay, so we've done the middle. Now we're going to go back and we're going to do this inside ring, okay? And what's nice with this is the middle will be big enough that we don't need to add petals in the middle of this particular flower the way that we're doing it tonight. So, thank you, Jolene. You're so sweet. So we did one there, and we're going to do one on top of it. It's always 2 petals. And the middle that I did, I have so much of that burlap. I have like a laundry basket full of it, and I'm just like, oh, I need to figure out something to do with that. And so basically it's just the braided center, but I'm doing it flatter. I'm doing a flatter center with it. If you've seen, has anybody seen my YouTube video where I do the braided center and it's more of a mounded center? This is going to be flat. So, okay, so now we're going to do the last out petal or outside petal and leaf. So I'm going to take my zip tie. I hope that you guys can see that well. And take a leaf. Yes, julieswreathboutique.etsy.com if you're interested. Okay, so I got to pay attention or I won't do this right. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to go through and bring it over and then add 2 petals to that. You could even variegate different colors here. You can make it, you know, you could do this with a red, white, and blue theme. You could do a poly burlap out here and deco mesh out here if you wanted that for the leaves. You know what I also think would be cool, and I just need to get some and try it, is to get like a jersey material and braid it like I braid the burlap for the middle. So I just need to get that sometime. That's kind of like one of those things that are in my mind that I want to do, and I just need to make the time. It's been an insanely busy last 6 weeks here, just trying to get all the wreaths done. So again, we're going to do the middle leaf. Again, we don't normally do the middle leaf here, but we're going to do it right here. So this is something different because I wanted more leaves for a wreath. I wanted that option because sometimes people like more leaves, and that's okay. I want to give my customers a little bit more of an option here. And this is what I came up with. Now, you could probably do this on a 10-inch wreath and do the same method. It'll just make your petals go in a little bit more. So again, we've done the middle. I'm going to gently pull these on top of the leaf, okay? And then the pipe cleaner goes up front here or underneath that bracket. I'm going to pull this one up, twist it, and then we're going to lay 2 more of our petals on top of it. So I really want to do a giveaway, so make sure you share. If this is shared 500 times, by the time I'm done with it, I'm going to do the giveaway, okay? Don't disappoint me now. I've already shared in Wreath Creators, so that's my group, mine and Michelle Noble of A Noble Touch. If you're not in a wreath making group, we would love to have you, and come show us all your designs, okay? So I'm going to just twist this underneath. Okay, so now we're going to go back. That way, when you kind of backtrack, you're not going over top of your leaves, or your petals, I should say, and it's less fraying. That has been a time saver for me, and I just feel like it makes a better product. End of story. So, I'm going to get 2 petals here. So, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. It's always nice to hear. You guys are so sweet and so supportive. I'm sorry I haven't been on here doing lives, but like I said, I believe I did 41 wreaths in 8 days. I was tired, let me tell you. And it was just ridiculous. But, you know, it's before Mother's Day and it's springtime and people want, you know, wreaths on their doors, and I get that. You know, I even have one on my door this year, which is, you know, never happens. Would you believe I've been making flowers for over 2 years? And this is the first time I have a flower on my front door. Never have made me a flower for myself, but I did. Out of the new tutorial, I made one out of paper mesh, and I put it on my front door because I have a nice covered porch. I figured that'll be safe. So now we have one more middle section we need to do. So I'm going to take the pipe cleaner and, oops, how did I do that? Got the pipe cleaner right through that poly burlap of my other leaf. Okay, so, but yeah, I got my own flower on my front door. I'm pretty excited about that. It only took 2.5 years, that's all, you know. So what are you gonna do? The wreath maker hardly ever has one on their door. That's the way it goes. That's the nature of the business. How many of you have a wreath that you made on your door right now? So I'm gonna pull this up, and that's where we want our petals to lay. So, hi everybody. I'm sorry I can't answer everybody's greetings, but I like to get this done, and so that when you watch it back and you need to make a wreath, we're getting to town and we're getting the job done. That's what I like. I want this to be like a tutorial, and I may actually post this on my YouTube channel as well, and I'm going to see if I can figure that out. So, okay, I'm going to twist this. This is the part where it doesn't have much to twist. So, okay, so we only have 2 more sets of petals, guys. And let me make sure. See, we have that inside bracket and we have that inside bracket, okay? I don't know. Can you see that? Not sure. Can you see those? You use the brackets. These right here are your points. So you're going to do leaves, 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 leaves all the way around, and then you're going to do petals on top of those leaves, and then you do them in the middle, the petals, and then you do the inside, and you go back and you do the stagger, you do the inside of that. So I just want to make sure that's clear. So this one's easy when you have the petals on the inside. You don't have, I'm not attaching any leaves, it's just 2 petals, that's it. So that's easy. 1, 2. And then we will get started on the center. Now, like I said, you could use fabric. For the center, you could do, I think, a jersey, a knit jersey would be really pretty. That would give a really pretty tight braid look. So as you can see, I'm just twisting it underneath. I do this to all of them, and I'm going to twist it with the back pipe cleaners, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so if you're just joining us, if we get up to 500 lives for this video, we will do a giveaway of the tutorials, and it will be of your choice, and that will be in a separate post. Okay, so make sure you already like and follow this page, Julie's Wreath Boutique, and that way you can find that post. And what I'll do is I will set it up right after this live, literally right after it, because I'll know how many shares have been done. So don't make those groups mad, people, okay? If they don't want you to share lives, it's okay. Don't share lives in the groups, because I know some of the wreath groups, they're just trying to keep it all together, and I'm the admin of Wreath Creators and More, and I get it. So don't clog the groups up with this, alright? You know, just put it to your page, and that's great. So, okay, this is the last of the petals. And then we can get started on the middle, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna clip this, and then we will put this to the side, and I'll show you how we do the middle, okay? So we'll come back and we'll make this look really pretty, okay? Because what we'll do is we will put the middle down on it, and then we will arrange the petals, okay? So let me put this to the side. And this is what was left over from a 10-yard roll of, is this 6 inches? Yep, this is 6 inches. It's either 6 or 5.5 inch, whatever you can find is fine. And where did my braid go? Oh, here it is. So what I did is I took it outside, and I took 3 pieces. So like I'll show you right here. I took 3 pieces of 2.5 yards long. Okay, so we're just going to pretend this is 2.5 yards. So I did 3 pieces, and we're gonna pretend that that's 3 pieces right there. Okay, and then I just gathered it like that, and I zip tied it, and then I had 3 pieces of 2.5 yards long of this. Okay, so we're gonna throw that away. So I did this outside because, quite honestly, it just sheds so much, and it's just kind of nasty to deal with, and I don't deal with this kind of burlap very often. I normally just deal with burlap on the bolt, which is just a better, easier product to work in my opinion. And as you can see, I just zip tied the end. So I'm gonna take my wire cutters and cut those off, and then this. Okay, so I'm looking for my new handy dandy tool that I can show you, but of course, here it is. This is some sort of cutter, heavy duty cutter. I need to find the link. I got it off of Amazon. It's super duty, heavy duty, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut part. I don't know if this is going to work good on this. It works pretty well on the poly burlap, yeah. But this is just a really heavy duty cutter, and I don't even know the name of it, so I need to look up that and leave you guys the link. So, you know what, I'm gonna use my scissors. I think it does better for poly burlap, but I just wanted to kind of show you my new tool, just to say, look at this, isn't this neat? So, okay, so we're gonna get all that excess off, and even as this, it's just, ugh. So, let's take some of our 3-inch zip ties, and I'm going to have some of our 8-inch zip ties, and I'm going to take it, and after you braid this, you're going to just pull on it just so that you get the full extent of the use of this burlap, okay? Because sometimes it does have a stretch to it. So let's see, I got to remember how I did this. So I'm just going to kind of curl it in, okay? And this is pretty flat right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a zip tie, and I'm going to run it through part of it, and then part of the other side of the braid, of the rope. Braid, rope, whatever you want to call it. So what we'll do is we'll get this started, and then I'll go back and I'll make sure that it's all really secured, okay? So that got me started. So I'm just going to keep running it like that, okay? So see the look of that? So let's go back to the underside, and I'm going to just run a little bit through both sides to connect them. And I do this with the poly burlap braid. Who has seen that other YouTube tutorial that I've done? I think a lot of you guys have made these, which have been awesome. They've been a huge seller for me this year, huge. And I can't believe it just has been such a good seller for me. But you can do it in all sorts of colors. It doesn't have to be the yellow. I want to do one in the orange and the dark, and that's what you do. So as you can see, can you see that coming together there? So I'm just going to keep braiding this. And if you want to use this on like a 10-inch wreath frame, then I'd say do the burlap 2 yards each, the strips. So this one, okay, this is gonna work out really nicely. This one was 3 strips of 2.5 yards. And you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can add more leaves to your flower, any way you want to do it, okay? And this one is giving me a fit. Doesn't want to go in. You know, that always happens when you're live, right? Something always goes wrong. So, here we go. So we're going to keep going. And I'm going to just kind of go around here. I'm going to see what this looks like. I'm going to turn it over. Okay, that's a little bit big. I think I'm going to kind of double it over a little bit because I don't need it to be too big. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Oh, thanks, Carol. You're very sweet. I want my zip tie. There it is. Let's see if we can get it through 2 of them here. Yeah, I got it through 2 lengths there. We're going to just keep going. There is no glue involved in this section. I know this is probably getting a little boring, so I think I'm losing some of you. So as I'm going to lose it here, I'm going to bring it on top over here. Can you guys see that? And I'm going to run a zip tie through, and then we will go back and we will secure it, make sure it's all together in the way we want it, and then we will add it to our wreath. And then we will make it look pretty, okay? So I'm going to get these out of the way. So, okay, I'm going to do a few more here. Not quite there. Need to make sure this doesn't come apart. So, okay. I need to look and see, have I been able to find any supplies yet? No, but I'm watching very closely. Okay, I'm going to try to, I'm not loving the way this looks, so I'm going to kind of press it up, and then we're going to add some more of our zip ties, okay? And that's the way you have to do this. You have to kind of work with it. Like, for instance, supplies are getting low in different places. So the new tutorial I made, I show you how to make one of the sunflowers with the products, all that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I used fabric on that one. And it would fit perfectly in between a screen door and the regular door. It would not be too big at all. And what I like about the fabric is you could use so many different fabrics, so many designs, so many prints to really make it look really pretty. Okay, so here we go. So this one is a little bit flatter. I still need some more here, through here. But with the new tutorial that I just did, it is a for sale tutorial. You get 3 tutorials in one, 3 different wreaths, and it's for one price. So I feel like it's a pretty good deal, but you know, that's why I do lives too, because I know that not everybody can buy them, and that's okay, you know? So I think this is coming along. Let's look at it, guys. All right, can you see that? That will be my middle, okay? So now we're going to take that, and I think, should I think I want to do one more over here. Make sure it's going to be nice and secure. And maybe, let's see, just kind of go around and feel it, okay? All right, so that is our middle. So now let's get our wreath out. And so here's our wreath, and this is going to sit right in the middle, okay? Do you see that? So how are you going to put the middle in? Okay, take this, get rid of your little tails of your zip ties, and you're going to take a 8-inch zip tie, and you're going to go in about, let's do 4 different points on this one because this is such a big circle. So I'm going to make sure I put the flat side up of my zip tie. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Let's see. And, well, you could do probably just 3, but I'm going to run it through both of these so that it just holds it even better for me. I like to get as much as the product or the burlap in my zip ties. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over, and then we're going to flip over our wreath so that we can connect it. Okay, just going to move my petals over a little bit. We still have to go through and we have to, you know, get those all fluffed up. Okay. Alright, so we're going to flip it over. And okay, so we're going to take it and attach it to the inside ring. Okay. Do 1, and I'm not pressing down on my wreath. That's a big no-no because you don't want to flatten those petals. You don't want to aggravate them. You just want to attach them just gently enough. Let me find, where did my zip tie go? Here it is. I found it. Okay. And I don't do it too tight because what I'll do is I'll flip this over, and I just did that one really tight as I told you that. So, okay, put this one here. Yes, I do like this color orange. Okay, I know it looks kind of a mess right here, but, and that petal is just kind of a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently make sure that I have my petals. I'm going to move them gently here so that we fill any gaps. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the back, and I'm just going to strengthen these zip ties a little bit more. Okay, all right, I just did those just a little bit more. Okay, all right, so that's what we have there. So now let's take care of our petals. Now, before I would take care of my petals, I would take a piece of felt, and before I even did the wreath, I traced out my felt, and I will add this later because it just takes too much time. But it goes on the back of the wreath like this with little zip ties all the way around, okay? But right now we're just going to go through here and we are going to adjust the petals and get rid of any frays. I do have a few frays here that will just clip off. That's okay. That's going to happen. It's natural. So I'm just going to move my petals and just work with it, okay? And you've seen me do this a lot. So, I'm not sure how many shares do we have. Can anybody check how many shares? Because I can't check right now, because I'm making you a wreath. So, and as I go around, I'm just kind of moving, just separating the leaves too, so that, you know, everything will just kind of go out a little bit. And then I'm just going to move this over a little bit. Okay, so we got a few. Where are my little scissors? Here they are. I love these scissors. They're the Bumblebee brand, I believe. They're just really super duper sharp. And I got them years ago, but then I found them again on Amazon, and Joanne sells them too. I think they're like $7.99 a pair. But they're awesome. So we're just going to go through here. 262 shares. We didn't get to the 500 mark. Okay, well, maybe I'll give it a day. We'll see. I'll probably do the giveaway anyway. But, okay, so we're just going to go through here. Y'all love a good giveaway, right? So, all right. How's that looking, guys? Is that looking good? If you like the way it looks, give me some hearts. I need to make sure we get it in a good spot here so I can save the thumbnail pic. But that is how I'm achieving the look of more leaves. And as you can see, they stick out a little bit farther. You could do any kind of center that you want. You don't have to do this center. You could do just regular burlap going back and forth. You could remember I taught you how to take yarn and do the center. I think that you guys remember how to do that. There's just so many things that you could do. The possibilities are endless. And so anyways, I think that looks pretty good, and I think that's where I'm going to leave you tonight. Thank you so much for watching tonight's tutorial. If you have a chance, make sure you like and follow the page, and I will get that the giveaway up, because I want you guys, I know not everybody is able to purchase, and that's okay, but if you like the way I teach, and this is the first time you've seen this or me teach, it might be worth the time and effort to purchase a tutorial as well. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. You all are wonderful, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night.